Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of the Edmonds Racing Weekly Show. We're back live, Trent. Back live. So good to be sort of allowed back on the stable, I suppose, mate. Hopefully, most of this COVID stuff's behind us, and we can get back to doing things normally. Mate, talk us through where we are and what's in front of us and who's behind us.
So we're in the top story of our stable. Obviously, just across the road from the track, two-story stable. Out the front of Excel and the Suns box for my runners. She's not playing the game at the moment. She's tucking into her breakfast, but I'm sure throughout the preview she'll try and smash me with some water or something, and she'll be around. And I thought it was only appropriate first week of Stradbroke season. We've got the Stradbroke winning trophy from last year and also Tyzone's rug. So a couple of props to kick us off back in, live chat, I guess.
Very, very good, mate. Yeah, we'd like to win a few more of these. Now, do you get to keep this, or do you have to give this back?
No, it's ours.
It's yours, all right. And if you win again, you get a second one. Is that how it works?
I'd hope so. Hopefully it's in about 6 weeks' time.
Very, very nice. All right, we've got some lovely... We're up the top story here, and a lot of the big Winter Carnival horses are surrounding us here, so we look forward to touching on them in the coming weeks as they get ready for this big Brisbane Winter Carnival. Toby not joining us today. He's on his way to Grafton. Hopefully a few winners down there. What do you think?
Yeah, we've got 4 in, and they've all come up pretty short, but they're in, good races for them. Couple one first up, one first starter that's trialled well a couple of times, and 2 with some sort of exposed form, but all go there with a nice chance. Yeah, the show will probably come to air slightly after, so the viewers will know how we've gone there. But good luck to the strong bloodstock with their debutant 2-year-old King Kappa, and of course the Archer Park team have some nice chances there as well. Archer Park, been a good week for them. Obviously last Monday with the public holiday for Anzac Day, and they had a nice winner, Albertson Charge, 2-year-old won at Bow Desert. Yep.
And Purnell, a tried horse purchase for them, won as well.
Yeah, so Purnell was really good, and we've always had a lot of time for him. Thought his race record probably doesn't show the amount of ability he had, but on Sunday I thought that was the first time that he's actually had a proper crack, and he begun with some intent. I haven't seen him begin like that out of the barriers since his first couple of trials as a baby. And once he done that, I thought to myself, well, he's in business, he's up and he's travelling really well. Showed some real guts, bullocked out at the right time, and then raced away from them. So while he was disappointing his first run, he took good improvement out of that, looked outstanding, and it was just great to see him finally get the job done. Albert's in charge. He was bound to improve off his Rockhampton effort. That was it was a pretty poor preparation for that. We were very rushed, terrible amount of wet weather. We debuted him over the 800 metres at Ipswich. I think it was 9 days later or 10 days later, he ran in that Capricornia sales race, and that was sort of 800 straight to 1200, something that we wouldn't usually do, and sort of backing them up so quick that he needed to earn some prize money to get into the field. And we went up there and he paid the price. A little bit more of a measured preparation this time around, and he was just way too good for them at Bow Desert. A couple of hairy moments. Travis Wolfgram sitting up 100 to go. Yeah. That scared the absolute life out of me. But
what did Trav say after the race? Like, did he not realise the horse is flying out his outside clearly?
He tried to tell me that he hit the rail, but I've seen the footage. I don't think he hit the fence.
Well, he got close anyway. He got the job done, and good on the horse for bouncing back, like you say, off that sort of indifferent preparation. Gave the guys a good sight at Rockhampton, though, in fairness, and then bounced out of Bow Desert. So he comes closer to town now, I suppose, next start.
He just went back out to the farm for a couple of days, and we'll assess him. We'll probably bring him back in and do a bit of work with him and have a look at him. Could even give him a break. I mean, he's had 3 runs pretty quick. He's still learning, and maybe just to escape the sort of carnival horses where the quality's quite strong, we could look to put him away. But nothing's set in stone yet. He'll race for the next 2 seasons for really good Cutis money. So, we're happy with him, and it was just great to put that Rockhampton disaster behind us with a good Cutis win, 18,000 prize money.
Yeah, no, outstanding. Well done to the Archer Park team there. I think Purnell steps up in distance and heads possibly towards the Derby if he's going to stay the distance. So I'll give him his test and see how he goes.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Very good. Good news through the week too with the Gold Coast track. I suppose I think they've proved it before, and I don't know what the next part was, but they've approved it again and again, which is good. So it's going through the right channels, they're ticking the right boxes, and gee, that would be good, mate. Night racing here, you got to like that, don't you?
Yep, night racing here will be fantastic, especially for us. Just live down the road, so that'll be good travelling home rather than getting home at 1 o'clock in the morning from the sunny coast.
Nice, true.
But I think that'll just add a little bit of diversity to the product as well. They have intentions to race on the synthetic track, whichever surface that may be. I believe could be a pro ride, but sort of nothing's set in stone just yet. And the turnover should be pretty good. And as I said, getting younger people into the race course, giving them a very good experience early, and hopefully that entices people to then not only turn up to the races and spend some money, but then come into horses and just sort of see a different side of things. So it's all encompassing, and the upgrade of the facility is only going to be a good thing for this region.
Yeah, it'll be absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait. It'll be like a happy valley there Wednesday. I suppose if they can do that here on Friday, it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
All right, mate. Let's get stuck on these runners, eh? We've got we're just going for the one race at Eagle Farm there on Saturday, the last race, race 9. 2 horses engaged. Hard Labour, Potra Duro. Hard Labour is sort of short in the market. She's a really talented filly, resuming against a pretty tough grader horse, against the older horses and the males. And Potra Duro, well, he had a sort of funny prep last prep, an indifferent sort of prep, but he has come back this time and trialled well. Probably need the run.
Yeah, he'll definitely need the run. I don't think he's won first up from memory, but after that usually bounces out of it really well. It's quite odd last preparation. He wasn't going any good at all. And a couple of our horses that sort of went through their grades when we were doing that zone racing in the coronavirus period were doing similar. Pepe Le Fou, Green Jacket, and horse like that, and he was another one that raced right through his grades pretty quickly. But he just wasn't right last preparation. His coat didn't look that well. This time it does. He's trialled up sharply a couple of times now. He'll just need the run. Wait for him until he gets to sort of second up, and then 1350, 1400, where he can be ridden on speed, and he'll be quite tough. The other mare, she's extremely talented. If she was to win there tomorrow, you'd nearly say she could win a group race for the fillies and mares during the Winter Carnival. She's going super. Extremely strong race. Garibaldi, Fender, they look like the two, but if there is a chink in their armour, this mare will be really flashing home late. I love her fresh. I love her at 1200. If there's a good bit of speed on, she'll be really hitting the line hard. So really happy with her. Bit of a litmus test first up, but she, as I said, really good fresh in her prep. And if they're somewhat soft, those other horses, or have a bit of trouble in running, she'll be getting right down the middle and hitting the line really hard. Very happy with her going forward.
Yeah, nice. She'll make them earn a win. Tell me this: what's her best distance, do you think, in time?
Oh, well, the day she went over the 1350 at Doomben, I thought she would go there and just give them a towel up. And whether or not she was sort of training off or she wasn't at her brilliant best at that journey, I'm not too sure. So my thinking, and I probably differ from Dad, my thinking is fresh, sort of 6 furlongs, ridden sort of just off the speed, a little bit conservatively, and save for one last crack at them. I think, particularly early in the preparation, that's probably her best. But happy to be proven wrong. If she gets to 1400 and is just as good this prep with another prep under her belt, that's super. But for now, 1200 I think is perfect.
1200 metres and fresh, eh?
Yep.
Okay, very good. All right, well, good luck to the owners of Hard Labour and Potro Duro there in the lucky last at Eagle Farm. Monday, another public holiday here in Queensland. So we've got some good racing at Ipswich. We go there with 3 2-year-olds on debut. 2-year-olds have been fantastic, Matt. I think you've settled 4 2-year-olds up the season. They've all won now, which is great. Hopefully one of these guys can add to it on Monday. Let's kick off in race 1. Amersfield, he's a son of Deep Field, drawn 7, Robbie Fradd aboard. Shown some talent and some trials, probably needed the run. He's a sort of big, gross sort of colt. What do you think about him first up 1100 metres?
Yeah, look, this horse has had an immense amount of ability all the way through. His trials have been a little bit indifferent. They certainly haven't been to the level that he works at. on his work, he'd go anywhere and win. I don't care where we took him. He'd go to Sydney or Melbourne and win. He's that sharp of a track worker. Take him to the trials, expecting him to do something similar, and he just hasn't put it together. We've ridden him sort of forward. He's weakened. Rode him just off them the other day, and the horse of Jillian Heinrichs got away from him, and Brad had to give him a bit of a slap, and he was okay without being outstanding, I suppose you could say. So for mine, it's just a wait and see with him. If he turns up in the form that he does in the mornings here, they want to be pretty good to beat him. If he produces his trial form, he might struggle because they're chalk and cheese, to be honest with you. Whatever he does, there is good improvement. He's a real thick-set fella. It takes a lot of work, and I would expect that if he was to run well, just knock him off perfect, lovely. As long as he has a good experience on Monday and bounces through it well, we can go somewhere else with a bit of confidence. So I think each way chance myself.
Yeah, very good. I see you got Robbie Fradd on all the 2-year-olds there, so
Yep.
Good experienced rider up on these young 2-year-olds. Good luck to the Archer Park team there. They've got him in the first, Amersfield. For you red wine drinkers out there, you'll know Amersfield well, and he'll be worth a little bet for sure. For that reason alone. Scorpio Rising is their other 2-year-old going around at Ipswich Trent. Different style of horse, a Savabeel, so he's going to, end up being a lovely horse over ground, I suppose, in time and next preparation away. But what do you see this? What do you sort of see this race for Scorpio Rising? Just an educational type thing, or do you think he can compete?
I think with this bloke, I think it's very important that we probably just ride him a little bit steady. In his couple of trials this time in, I think Brad led on him the other day, and prior to that, on the very wet track here, when he trialled first up, he was sort of deep and on speed. I don't see his future lying in 1100 metre races. I think once he gets to sort of 14, 16, and possibly further as a 3-year-old, we'll see the best of him. So for that fact, I think we should probably just be a little bit neutral out of the barriers, give him a good education again, get cover, track something into the race and hit the line. Same kind of thing as Amersfield. If he was to knock him off, then you go, well, okay, we're in for a very good preparation. But I'd just be really looking for him on Monday to be hitting the line strong, and then we can go somewhere else over a little bit further, whether we go straight to sort of 1350 or 1400 next out, and be a lot more confident with him.
Yeah, very nice. All right. Well, good luck to the owners of Scorpio Rising. Nice to have a Savabeel up and about this time of year and getting their education. Sets them up beautifully for next preparation, doesn't it? A lucky last 2-year-old running at Ipswich on Monday is Jerry Harvey's Mimi Lagarde. Beautifully bred filly. Star-turn filly out of Rodan. I think she might have been first past the post on a Blue Diamond, Rodan. Nice style of filly. Trialled well. What do you make of her on debut?
Trialled well a couple of times. The horse that she trialled against went to Grafton of Steve O'Day's and gave them a towel up. Fetch, I think it was called. Both times in both of her trials, she's been deep and stuck on very solidly. Drawn a little bit odd. I would think that just how we sort of try and educate these babies, we won't be sort of rushing her on speed. Just come out neutral, find the backside and let her hit the line. Whatever she does on Monday, definite improvement on. Does have a lot of class. So out of those 3 on Monday, I'd say that's our best. She's really nice filly going forward. Yeah, most probably natural 2-year-old of them, isn't she? For sure. They're, like you mentioned, they are all drawn a little bit awkward. Mm-hmm. Just need a little bit of luck, a little bit of Robbie Fradd magic. So good luck to all the owners there at Ipswich. All right, mate. Well, those are our runners for the weekend. Pull us out a best bet, please. Oh, best bet. Well, I'm going to say that.
It's weird seeing you live again, and all the anguish trying to find these best bets.
It's good. You put me on the spot. This will go to preview after Grafton, so I can't pick one of those. I'm going to say Mimi Lagarde. She's a pretty nice filly, and she's working her way towards, the Winter Carnival if we can get her there. So I think she can kick us off well.
There you go, the debutante on Monday. Good luck to Jerry Harvey, Luke McDonald, his manager. Hope you guys can get a nice result first up with Mimi Lagarde. Good luck. Team, we'll have our quaddie club, our Unibet quaddie club going this week. Of course, no luck last week. I think we got 2 legs and 2 seconds in the other legs, which is not good enough, especially when you take the spread that we took last week. But
field.
Yeah, it was tough last week, and it's getting tricky with all these Southerners coming up now for the good races. So anyway, we're gonna have a good crack at the quaddie. Of course, a couple of weeks before that we cleaned up, so let's try and get back to that sort of form. It's a little bit of fun. That's all it is. Hope you guys have a great long weekend. Good luck, Trendy. Hope you go well and saddle a few winners.
We need a bit. Yeah, it'll be good.
Cheers. Take care, everybody.